Hey, what's going on, Big Words Virgin Gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, check out what I found today. Check this out. The Iono Belly Bolt EX Premium Collection. I love these little trainer boxes like this. Big trainer collector myself, like Iono a good little bit. The box is damaged on top. It's okay. It's got a little bit of character, a little bit of character building right there. This one's mine, though. I took this one off the shelf, and it's never going to be in your collection. This one's mine right here. This one's mine. This is my Iono box. I know it just makes you guys real heated, makes y'all mad, makes you red hot that you can't get some of this box action right here. But that be the way it be. Anyway, I just kind of want to talk real quick, sitting down. I feel like it's appropriate for that. I want to talk about opinions real quick. I've been talking about the glory of Team Rocket the last couple days, and one of the things that's popped up is like, hey, why does it matter if people have different opinions about the sets, right? Why does it matter if some people think this set's a major letdown? Why does it matter this? Why does it matter that? And I think people are a little bit confused on why I brought it up in the first place, and the actual meanings being conflated with other stuff. I kind of want to clean that up a little bit and lay out why I feel the way I feel about some stuff, especially since there's a bunch of new people here. I've been doing this for years, by the way. How I feel about sets and this whole thing. This is applied for basically my whole 5 years of content creation, plus a little bit before I decided to even do that, where I was just like doing, like, this is just how I feel about the whole thing, right? Now, do I really think there's anything wrong with people not liking the Team Rocket set or some of the cards? No, absolutely not. I don't think that's a big deal at all. Do I think it's a big deal if there's some Gen 1ers that are just like really disappointed with how some of the arts came out? No, I think people are allowed to have to do that, right? I get where it comes from too. I can see where some people are disappointed. I can put myself there. I don't feel that way. I think the cards look pretty good, and that's just how I feel about that. I guess I could see it though. I didn't set my expectations too high, and honestly, I didn't really expect myself to be getting any of these boxes. I'm not getting any. Where it sits at this point, the boxes are too fucking expensive right this second still. They're dropped in price, but nowhere near where I feel comfortable actually trying to grab one of those boxes at this point. The Battle Partners boxes are starting to get there, but it's still taking a little, like, it's still not quite where I feel comfortable actually grabbing it. Maybe at some point, maybe Japan will release the actual boxes. The boxes will flood upon us, and maybe we'll be up to our neck in boxes, and I'll be able to get some again. But I'm very much an MSRP guy. I truly believe that purchasing over MSRP for a brand new set, I'm not talking about sets and stuff that have been out for a little bit. I'm not talking about out-of-set prints or any of that shit, right? A brand new set day one, I feel like overpaying for that sets up the community to be in a bad spot where it's not going to be accessible for people. And that's my opinion. I truly think those new sets should be massively available for everyone, and it should be open for people to get it for the TCG, for the sake of collecting. If a couple people want to have boxes to sit on or something like that, I truly feel like everybody should have enough where they should exist for people to be able to do what they want with them, at least for a little bit. If Pokemon has to increase the printing demands for that shit, go, so be it. That is going to be what it has to be, but that's how I feel about the matter, right? There's some people that don't feel that way. There's some people that hold on to the opinions where basically it's like, oh, cards should be this way. They should be less printed. They should be more valuable. Who cares about the actual TCG itself? And all these opinions, right? Like, is there really a bad opinion to have? I disagree majorly with a lot of opinions here, but people having these opinions themselves, no, that's not necessarily the problem. My problem lately is, and I've noticed this with a lot of sets and a lot of different things that have popped up lately, we'll go over a couple examples, is people don't really have an opinion. People follow the Bible known as TCG player, which prices dictate how people feel about something, and they don't actually spout themselves how they feel about it. And if they do, it's very easily changed when a dollar sign is thrown or there's an extra couple zeros at the end of a card value, and that changes everybody's mind about stuff. And I just think that's kind of weird. I think it's kind of goofy. I think that really isn't like an opinion about something. I think you're just going with the flow of what stuff is, and like to actually lay down opinions about sets that you're going to buy regardless, because, like, let's be real here, 90% of people are going to buy the Glory of Team Rocket. You're going to see almost every creator is going to have it, okay? They're all going to open it. They're all going to have their fucking fun. They're all going to crack it. And hey, by all means, do what you will with it. Have your fun opening the fucking set. If you're having fun, you want to overpay, do your will. The problem is people will lock in an opinion on that stuff. Generally speaking, that overpaying for sets is okay, and that's the way it is. And then they'll kind of conflate that just by bitching about it. They'll complain about the very thing that they participate in. And to me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because it's like, well, if you don't like it, why are you doing it? Why are you fucking paying these prices for something you don't even like? And it starts to make more sense when you realize a lot of people don't really have an opinion about what's going on, even with like fucking Team Rocket. Dude, people are talking shit about the cards right now, but that's not going to be the case that sticks at fucking all. There's going to be several cards that are going to be considered top chases of Scarlet and Violet. I don't care what there's going to be people right here go like, this set's so mid, blah, blah, blah. And I guarantee 90% of those people are going to fucking change their mind. They're going to have one card, and if one of them is considered a highly sought after card from the Scarlet and Violet era, everyone's going to chase it. It does not matter what card it is. Doesn't matter how much shit they talked about it. We've seen this before. I know I brought it up. Crystal Hats, right? That Pikachu was heavily scrutinized. The one from Surging Sparks, heavily scrutinized. It was mid chew. And then all of a sudden, when it fucking hit like $600-700, everyone and their mom wanted a copy of it. Everyone. Hey, remember Terrestrial Festival? Remember when everybody hated the Crystal Hats on Evolutions? Everyone's saying, oh, Evolving Skies is going to be the dominant. This could never. And now we actually have a solid contender for fucking combating Evolving Skies as a set. We have cards that rival those prices pretty fucking easily, too, for a set that just came out. The Umbreon from that's insane. All the evolutions in that are insane. The pull rates for that set are ridiculous. And people are going with the flow based off that for the prices. But people heavily criticized how that set was before the prices came out. And there's going to be people that say shit like, okay, well, you know, people don't like the set, but they still chase after the cards that are very valuable. What's the issue with that? What is it? Well, to me, it just kind of is like, why even complain about it in the first place? Why even do it? Why even have that opinion and broadcast it? If it doesn't change the outcome of what's happening, it doesn't matter. It's not even necessarily an opinion. It's more just like whining. It's more complaining. See, I have opinions that people disagree with. I am one that's MSRP or bust, especially for them Japanese sets where those things, like, I'm a huge Japanese collector. I love collecting Japanese Pokemon cards. I've taken a knee. I have not been getting any of the sets that have come out recently because I truly back up what I say. I back up the things that come out of my mouth. And there's people that will chase these cards even though they talk shit about them. And it's like, okay, well, what were you complaining about then? It's like, oh, I still think it's bad, G, but like, man, I gotta get that card for like what this going fuck out here, man. And it's like, you don't have an opinion then. You don't have anything. You're literally bought by the sake of what's going on with prices. And there's a lot of people here that are very easily swayed by that. I mean, content creators especially, but like there's just regular collectors here that'll flip-flop for popular Pokemon cards that are fetching for high prices, even if they like them or if they don't. Same with sets, man. Fusion Strike, that was another one. People were talking mad shit about Fusion Strike, talking all kinds of doo-doo brown about it, but look at the set now. It's considered one of the best sets of the Sword and Shield era, where people are still chasing some of those cards from it. The Gengar, the fucking Espeon, the Celebi. There's cards in there that people really want that it was not the case before when it actually came out. The Mews are going to blow up at some point. People are really going to like those cards, but it wasn't the case when it came out. People talk shit about it constantly. It was the laughing stock of what was going on. It was a complete joke. The Crystal Hats for Scarlet and Violet. Dude, everyone wants to talk so much about like, oh, there's no Jesse and James in the Team Rocket set. There's nothing going on there. Bro, what happened with the Jesse and James and Hidden Fates? What happened with that one? Hey, that one's crazy price now. Everyone's chasing it now. What about before that, though? What about when that set came out? And that was like $1 card. And nobody fucking cared about it. And some of you guys were here, right? Some of you guys have been in this space ever since fucking like 8, 9, 10 years ago. I don't remember seeing you. But yeah, you guys were here, I'm sure. But yeah, dude, I was here. And this Jesse and James card that was from Hidden Fates, it was sitting at $1. And I don't remember any of you guys talking about that card. But now all of a sudden we're talking about that stuff. Full art trainers, man. It's one of those things that people hopped upon just because it was something to milk. It was something to give. But the opinion, the dominating opinion that happened here was they do not like full art trainers. The vast majority of people do not like trainers. And why you're seeing momentary dips in sets like this, like Journey Together, and what might happen with Destined Rivals and future sets coming after that, especially the black and white set, we'll see what happens with that, is people don't generally like trainers. They don't like them. It's one of those things that gets constantly shit upon whenever it's convenient for people to do so. Oh, but bet you believe people will dive into them and collect them whenever it's convenient for them. When it's a very expensive one, when people are chasing Rosa or Misty or Lily, even if they previously had talked shit about that because that was their opinion about the whole thing. They think it's weird. They think trainer cards shouldn't be what they are. They think this and that about the whole thing. Doesn't stop people from chasing it. So it's like, oh, so what are you spouting opinions for? And it's the exact same thing with the Team Rocket set. You're going to buy it anyway. Most people are going to buy it. Most people are going to have it. And people complaining about said thing that they're just going to purchase anyway. It's like, well, okay, you don't have an opinion about the whole thing then. Like, you can't even fucking back up the words you say and just sit the set out and be like, I don't want this set. It didn't meet up to my expectations. I'm going to go back and get the Team Rocket return set or something like that. And I've seen it before. I've seen where people do it. I've seen where people talk shit about something, and then all of a sudden everyone's all fucking in on it, dude. I remember Team Up. I remember the Latios Lovebirds card. It was $16, $12 at one point. People did not like the card. The rainbow cards were all the rage. And then what the fuck happened? People's opinions changed on the matter because of price tags going for something. And that's basically what I'm getting at here, is a lot of people's opinions aren't opinions. It's people regurgitating TCG player, eBay sellers, and fucking PokeTuber gurus here that apparently know better than everybody else that's been here, especially pages that just popped up. I have many years in investing in Pokemon trade. Fucking 6 months ago they showed up here, and I hate being like that, but I mean, that's really funny when that's the case, and you can't find any instance of them previously being into Pokemon cards except like a child photo or something like that, which sure, that I guess helps, but every kid our age was into Pokemon at some point. Almost every single kid was into Pokemania at some point. I remember being in fucking Boy Scouts selling candy bars. And you know what the prize was? Didn't matter what any fucking Boy Scout liked to do at that time. Didn't matter what was going on. You know what the prize was? Fucking Pokemon card packs. Everyone and their fucking mom in that time frame, if they were born in the 90s or something like that, they all watched the movie. They all were into Pokemon because it was new at the time. Everybody played red, blue. Everyone was collecting cards. And for the new people that are here, it's a little bit different for you guys because I understand you're being influenced by how other people are perceiving the space. And you got PokeTubers that are really driving that shit home. People that are really, really going after it. People that are really showing you them lives. And I'm here to tell you, most of them don't have opinions either. Most of them just have what the flavor of the day is. Most of them just have what's going to get them the most clicks and views. And I can't respect that. I truly respect what people say. I truly respect that people have opinions. And if you truly believe something, I've met people that actually have opinions here, and I don't agree with those opinions at all. But I have to respect it because they have a genuine opinion, and they live by it. They actually go based off the words they say. That's not that common here anymore. So I generally just write off 90% of opinions because that's not really the case of what it is. They haven't consulted fucking the collector app. They haven't consulted the last solds. They haven't consulted the graphs. They haven't consulted the fucking 1 year graph, the 3-month graph. That's what dictates a lot of people's opinions here. And that's why when people start trashing sets, just like they were trashing Crystal Hats, just like they were trashing Scarlet and Violet, just like they were trashing Paldea Evolved, just like they were trashing Full Art Trainers, just like they were trashing alternate arts over rainbows, just like everybody was trashing the whole fucking X and Y era, just like everybody was trashing Black and White, just like everyone trashes certain fucking games of Pokemon, until all of a sudden something happens. Yeah, man, I don't fucking believe half of this shit, okay? A lot of people's opinions are just a fucking currency. Oh, what are you doing to actually win my favor in this thing? And that's how I feel about the whole thing. I don't care if people have different opinions. I just know, for the sake of the glory of Team Rocket's set, and I know this, I fucking know this, 90% of fucking creators at the very minimum, and like 60-70% of the general community, and I'm talking about people that actually have like Instagram pages that are visible. I can't say anything about the comment sections because I don't actually know what some of y'all do. I recognize some of y'all, but there's just random people in here. 90% of creators and about 70% of the actual collectors here, they're going to have that set in their hands, and they're going to overpay for it. It does not matter what the price is. Some people are going to be able to get it for a good price from the Pokemon Center, from the lottery. More power to you. I'm very happy if you did. Open the sets if you want. Open them up at the crazy price. Just, I better not fucking hear people complaining about the very thing they participate in because your opinion was bought. I'm bogged the thing that I don't fucking like. You don't have an opinion about the set. Oh, I don't like the Mewtwo. Yeah, we'll see whenever prices come out. We'll see what happens when Destined Rival fucking single prices come out. We'll see what happens whenever shit happens. And this can easily go the other way too. The entirety of the Scarlet and Violet set could easily be just fucking dropped at the fucking drop of a pin, at the drop of a hat for something else. It could easily happen. And all the cards here could be worth nothing. But you know what could also happen? Someone else could walk into the space and it could fucking drive more demand for other stuff. And very easily, all the cards that were previously shat upon, such as like the Crystal Hats and like even some of the gold cards, I've been wondering that at some point too. Some of them gold trainers I could very much see being like that, like the Belly Bolt or the Zoroark. I could just see somebody fucking twisting some shit and trying to do some things with that. I could see some IRs that previously were not favorable being twisted and people's opinions mysteriously changing because TCG Player told them to change their opinions. That's the whole thing with that. That's why I have my opinion about the matter, and that's why I sit where I sit. You're welcome to your opinion. I just don't believe 90% of y'all because most of your fucking opinions are buyable. It's a tradable currency on TCG Player. It's tradable via fucking eBay, and it's tradable via other people's opinions that are fucking coming out from YouTubers that don't have opinions either. That's all I got. Appreciate it, Virgin Gang. See you later. Have a good one.